One day after the anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, one of the people at the center of the White House response that day is here in the Tri-Cities. Earlier today, he told me what it was like to be in the White House helping to coordinate the response.
It hit us like a sledgehammer at 9:03 when the second tower was struck.
Lieutenant Colonel Bob Darling was on the job at the White House military office when word arrived that America was under attack.
We didn't know what the first tower was an accident or not, but the time United 175 hit the South Tower at 9:03, our world changed forever. We were a nation under attack by a foreign, either power, terrorist organization. We didn't know, but we knew that the role of the presidency was going to change that very moment, that day.
Lieutenant Colonel Darling's primary mission was to coordinate the airlift of everything necessary to evacuate the president to a safe and secret site.
We didn't know where he was going to go, what his decisions were going to be made, so we went into almost a standby mode, getting ready to support him wherever he decided to go.
Lieutenant Colonel Darling was in the bunker when it became clear another plane had been hijacked, Flight 93, over Pennsylvania on a crash course with Washington, D.C. He was there when Vice President Dick Cheney gave the order to shoot the plane down. But before that order could be executed, passengers on the plane fought back and gave their lives to keep it from happening. Darling said he heard the vice president say,
"At least we have a plane full of heroes rather than a plane full of victims." He himself knew there was probably an act of heroism where those passengers fought back to prevent that aircraft from continuing towards Washington, D.C.
18 years later, Darling is retired from the military, traveling the country speaking about 9/11. He wrote a book about that day and said he is on a new mission that will last the rest of his life.
Our country is under constant threat of attack, and if we don't stay vigilant, we don't get out ahead of it, we don't take the necessary preemptive action, it'll happen again.
Lieutenant Colonel Darling was featured as the speaker at a leadership conference hosted by the Bank of Tennessee earlier today.